we're going to have a look at edges, because when we're doing plain weave we don't really have to worry about our edges. It's just all of the threads go around the end warp threads and there's no real problem. However, when we change our pattern, or when we work with more than one shuttle, more than one colour, then the edges do become an issue. And I'll show you how this happens. I'm swapping colours pretty much every pick, not every single one, but mostly that's what I'm doing. So I have just woven a blue, and next I need to weave a pink. So I have both of them at the edge together. Now if I weave my pink like so, and I try to weave it as normal, can you see what happens? It's actually skipped the edge thread. It hasn't caught on this top thread, so that if I then beat that, what's going to happen is I've actually skipped these two here and they just end up floating. Now the next thread may catch them, but that's going to make me end up with uneven, wonky, unattractive looking selvages. So if I take that pink back, there's a very simple trick I can do to counteract this problem. And even though I'm using two different coloured threads and they're independent of each other, it's essential that they work together to make the whole piece of cloth. It makes sense, doesn't it? So what I will do with the pink, instead of going straight up and through, which we can see will make it skip warp threads that we don't want it to skip, we need to make sure it loops around with the blue. Make sure it goes around the blue and catches on the edge of it. That means that we just need to twist them around each other, like so. Now, when I put my pink thread up and my blue thread down, you can see that they've crisscrossed each other there. And that pink thread is going to catch on the blue thread, which is staying here for now, but that means that that pink thread is not going to be able to draw into the fabric. So let's have a look. Okay, so now I have the blue thread. I can hold on to that and I can give the pink thread a little tug so that it's seated firmly on the selvage, and then beat. In this particular pattern, I just follow that one with the blue. It depends what pattern you're using as to whether you do that or not, but this technique will work with any pattern. If you're using pickup sticks, if you're doing a more twill-like pattern, your edges aren't going to be as straightforward. So now we have a neat edge, and it's going to all look the same all the way up. The threads carry each other along there and secure each other at the sides. So let's have a look on the other side now. So on the opposite side now, we have the pink and the blue together again. My last pick was a blue and my next pick needs to be pink. Once again, if I take this pink pick independently on its own and take it into the shed, just imagine I'm weaving that into the shed, you can already see we're missing the edge warp threads again. So let's go back a step, and all it takes is for it to go under the blue thread, so that now we lift the pink one up, because the pink one is going up and the blue one's staying here, and they're nicely linked. And then I can weave it with confidence, knowing it's going to be secure and that it's going to look the same on both sides. So there we have the blue again, holding on to that one while pulling the pink firmly to seat it. And there we have it, and then I'm following with the blue again. By the way, if you like this pattern, this is a log cabin that I'm working on for my weaving lessons channel at the moment.